A mole is just a number in my head. That's 6.22 times 1023, the textbook said. It's a way to count the atoms in the air, a universe of matter everywhere. From grams to atoms, it's the golden key, the bridge from what I see to stoichiometry.
Welcome to the video on introducing the concept of the mole, the chemist's counting unit. We'll explore what a mole is and why it's essential in chemistry. The mole is the SI unit for the amount of a substance. In reactions like iron reacting with copper sulfate, we need a way to ensure we have equal amounts of different substances. The mole helps us do this. Just like we use everyday counting units, like a pair for 2, a dozen for 12, or a ream for 500, chemists need a counting unit for the tiny particles they work with. This essential counting unit is called a mole. Interestingly, we even celebrate Mole Day on October 23rd from 6:02 a.m. to 6:02 p.m. in recognition of this unit. A mole is simply a counting unit that represents a massive number, 6.02 by 10 to the power of 23. More specifically, this number is 602 sextillion, 214 quintillion, 141 quadrillion, 70 trillion, 409 billion, 84,099,072. Avogadro's number is named after Lorenzo Romano Amedeo Carlo Avogadro, a professor of physics. He hypothesized that different gases have different weights due to the differences in molecular weight. A mole represents Avogadro's number of something. What are those somethings that the mole counts? They are called representative particles. Representative particles can be atoms, molecules, or formula units. Atoms are for pure substances, molecules are for covalent compounds, and formula units are for ionic compounds, like table salt. A mole of any substance contains 6.02 by 10 to the power of 23 particles. For example, 1 mole of carbon contains 6.02 by 10 to the power of 23 carbon atoms, and 1 mole of water contains 6.02 by 10 to the power of 23 water molecules. Molar mass is the mass of 1 mole of particles, measured in grams. To find it, we use the average atomic mass, often rounded to the nearest whole number. For instance, 1 mole of carbon atoms is 12 grams. We can calculate the molar mass of compounds. For example, the molar mass of aluminum oxide, aluminium oxide, is 101.96 grams per mole, and calcium carbonate is 100.09 grams per mole. Next, we will explore converting between moles and mass. This diagram illustrates the relationship between atoms, moles, and mass. 1 mole equals 6.022 by 10 to the power of 23 atoms, and also equals the atomic mass in grams. To convert moles to mass, we use molar mass as the conversion factor. For example, 6.5 moles of carbon dioxide weighs 286 grams. Conversely, to convert mass to moles, we divide the given mass by the molar mass. For instance, 125 grams of calcium carbonate equals 1.25 moles of calcium carbonate. Now let's look at converting between moles and formula units. To find out how many moles are in 1.806 by 10 to the power of 24 formula units of calcium carbonate, we divide the units by Avogadro's number. The result is 3 moles of calcium carbonate. Next, we'll convert between molecules and grams. To convert 3.15 by 10 to the power of 23 molecules of carbon dioxide to grams, we use a conversion factor relating Avogadro's number to the molar mass, which is 44 grams. The calculation yields 23 grams of carbon dioxide.